I'm in the neighbors right now, so if my voice starts shaking, don't judge me. Okay. Before I get started, one day me and my mom were riding in a car, and we both looked at each other, and she told me a story about how she went to camp with the children, and they had this adult thing they got together, and they made you draw a map to where your Christian life is then. And she looked at me and she said, well, I've been raised in church all day, so I didn't know where to go next. I've been raised in church since I was little, and I really didn't have a map to go with. And she said she looked at the people when they got up in front of church and gave their testimony. She looked at them and wondered, why don't she have a testimony like them? She just got the regular raised in church story. Well, last month was the 5th anniversary of my mom's brain tumor. And I know y'all all heard about it, and y'all all heard that's like the smaller version. But I don't think anybody's heard my version. It was around Christmas time. Sorry, my face is turning red. But it was around Christmas time, and we all knew something was wrong with my mom. She was angry all the time. She lost her sense of smell. We went to the doctor. He was like, it's either really bad sinuses or a tumor. And we just laughed. We're like, oh, tumor. Yeah, that'll never happen. And then, like, we were all sitting around, and Mama had walked out because she got so mad. She just had to walk out. And my grandmother looks at me, and she's like, that's not the woman I raised. She has changed so much. And one day we were in class, and my mom comes to the door, and she tells me to get my stuff for going to the emergency room. We run to get Jacob, and Jacob drives us to the emergency room, and Mama tells us she passed out in the hallway, and her blood sugar was extremely low, and the nurse told her to go to the emergency room. Well, we sat there for like 4 hours. Like, we had made friends with everybody there, even the people waiting. And I was depressed because I was starving, and the vending machines were out of order. And, like, we weren't thinking that much about it. And then they took her out to do a CAT scan. We were just, more money that we're going to have to spend for doctor bills. But the doctor came in, and everybody was calling us, do we need to come up there? Mom was like, no, I'm just fine. It's just my blood sugar. And we were all calm. I wasn't scared, same. And the doctor comes in and says he saw something on the machine, on her CAT scan. Well, I still don't have that fear. I'm just like, oh, it was the machine's fault, stuff like that happens.